Hi, everyone. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 24 of Diverse Stories Podcast. Today, hosts Miranda and Elliott Hadley
Hello, guys.
are working on discussing a topic called A Book Forgotten Project.
Yeah, it's basically been forgotten for almost 3 years.
Yeah. And I forgot what the name of the book was, actually, Elliott.
I have the title on my book on my phone actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I keep documents on my phone.
That's interesting.
Because it's good to have the name of the book you wrote.
Well, yeah, it is.
Patron Saint Descendants.
Oh, okay, that's the name of the book. Huh. So yeah, Elliot and I were trying to work on that. But then at one point, for some reason, we got stopped.
Let's go back a little bit before the pandemic. And
Yeah.
basically there was three of us, three writers, and we have all different types of personalities. So we're trying to make this book together. Let's say it went sideways
Yeah.
when the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
It was interesting for a short run.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell about the book?
Well, I just want to recall what the theme was, what the original theme of it was, because I know that we had some, when we had this other person work with us, right?
Yeah.
He did this edit idea stuff for us, and he put down some weird ideas that you weren't too, let's just say, not too fond of.
Yeah. Basically, we all have different types of tastes. Like, we all have different types of personalities.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want 5 tracks. I want police. I want stuff like that in the book. I'm like, this is more. We were puzzled, me and Miranda. Like, are you sure you want to put the whole history of this country to be all like in the force?
Yeah, and before the editing, we wrote down ideas of like two girls going to a party or something like that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were riding in what I suppose was a limousine car or something like that. And there are these guys coming to the ladies asking what they were doing in the library, getting some books or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically, the whole theme of the book was about like your ancestry and history of your family.
Yeah.
Because
we're into history to some degree.
Yeah, me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were making the world like between modern day and um medieval England.
Yeah, the England part is because of where your mom's family is from.
We're literally going to put our main characters in Scotland. But
Scotland.
Yeah. We haven't finished the book in 2 years because we totally forgot it. But
yeah. Got washed away.
Yeah, into the sea.
Yeah. So once we have some opportunity, we can kind of restart with a new idea.
Well, we can change a few things from the book.
Yeah, change a few things regarding what we had in mind anyway.
Yeah, because the goal for the first book was 20 to 30 chapters.
Yeah.
So 2,000 I mean, 3,000 to 5,000 pages,
Yeah.
and we haven't like finished the book. It's just
No.
still there.
Yeah. There we go with that one. Yep.
Yeah, we wrote like tons of stuff.
We did. Yeah. So I guess when we resume back to that book, Elliot, it'll just be you and I and not a third person, eh?
Yeah, I think three personalities is so tricky to work with, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It's still not released. It's just still on the shelf. Just like have dust on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what.
Sorry, speaking of sneezing, I hear my dad sneeze. I hear my dad sneeze in the background. Right? Because we were talking about dusty book, right?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I'm hearing, speaking of sneezing, my dad is sneezing as well.
But will it be fun to revisit the book?
Yeah, it would be really interesting.
Because that was 2 years ago, and this is 2 years later. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
just see,
2 years is a long time away to not be in touch with working on a book.
yeah, we basically like just dropped the book.
In lockdown.
Yeah, like when lockdown happened, we just like forgot about it.
Yeah.
We just forgot we had that project on the sidelines. We just like originally it was like us three, all three of us, just sitting around my desk and just brainstorming ideas.
Yeah.
And now there's only me on my sides.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna if we want to work on this book, we're gonna need to do it via Zoom or something.
So you're saying you want to go back and do it?
At least try, yeah, because I don't see how I should be waiting till we meet in person again, right?
True.
So that's why that's my thought of it.
Yeah, and plus it's pretty good to go back to some old projects and like refix them.
That's right. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because there's some elements in that older version we had less interest to put in the book.
Yeah.
Like the idea is just like put certain characters in
Yeah.
and we're like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Three, as you said, three personalities is very tricky to work with because not only are you trying to accommodate people who are intellectually challenged, right?
Mm,
But even if a person isn't, one person isn't, and two people are, well, that can be hard because you're trying to listen to people's ideas, not needs,
yeah.
and think about how to make it fit so that you don't have to keep editing it over and over and over.
Well, and also, so like our personalities, we are trying to jump on top of each other, trying to mix all our interests.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to mention too with the talking method, right?
Yeah.
Try and say, oh, Elliot doesn't mean try and tell this person, oh, Elliot doesn't like this idea, or maybe Elliot would like to change it, or something like that.
Basically, like we have all different interests, all three of us,
Yeah.
but it's totally different than working with by yourself on a project.
Yeah.
If you're working with two other people, it's like you're trying to stir the pot, and that pot can boil and it can explode.
Not very pleasant.
Yeah,
I think that's why you like sticking with it being just one-on-one, meaning only us two working on such thing.
yeah. Like, remember we were looking for hosts for the show, like we like during the pandemic.
Yeah, like we wanted to have a third host, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we tried it. We tried it out, and it didn't work out.
yeah. Like we even installed, I think for your computer and mine, Discord, right?
Yeah,
So that we can have multiple people communicating via Discord, typing something or chatting on the phone.
yeah.
But didn't go anywhere.
We still have it.
I know, but we didn't use the Discord for anything, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was. This person is always busy.
Yeah. So he
Yeah,
said, so then we were told, sorry, can only be a guest. Right?
it's understandable. It's just like when you're trying to like make a project.
Yeah, but you were let down in the process of trying to find another host.
Yeah, but it turned out to be us two, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like hosting. It's like being an author and a host is different worlds, but we're both storytellers.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you missed when we were writing this book?
Um, well, I missed being able to have time with you at the house and work in your bedroom, doing the book and thinking of what to write in what chapter and coming up with how many chapters we should have and how to lay all that out.
Yeah, like plan ahead.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What are you looking in?
We have only 2 chapters for both.
Yeah, okay, that's very small. We need to do more than that when we get back to it.
Yeah, basically 2 chapters is like not that long.
No, but I think even in those 2 chapters, Elliot, we still have to do fixing, right?
Yeah.
We have to fix some of the editing ideas.
Mm.
Because he didn't like the police idea and stuff like that.
It's just it's conflict of interest.
Yeah. Yeah, conflict of interest of people.
Basically, you have 2 people with different point of views and different interests. They
Yeah.
clash.
Yeah.
But you were stuck in the middle between us 2 guys.
Yeah. Because I was basically the only female in the mix.
Yeah.
I had to listen to you figure out with this other person what the best idea was.
What you thought was the best idea at the time?
Maybe not the police part, but I thought the 2 girls buying something at the library was interesting and going to a party and all that, but I didn't really see how the police part would really fit.
Yeah, like
Any of that stuff.
I remember he said to me, "Let's not do it in Vancouver because there's too many books set in Vancouver." Like, really? That's weird.
Uh, yeah, I don't quite recall that, unfortunately, because it's so far back.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad we just dropped it and forgot about it.
Yeah, washed in the sea.
Yeah. It's very wet pages.
Wet pages. Yep.
What's the one thing that um got me any how I got to you interested in the first place?
Uh, I guess my interest is because we never really written a book before, or we were gonna even we were gonna think about getting it published once we really finished writing it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like, don't worry, I know we weren't gonna publish only a two chapter worth book. I know that, but I'm just saying throughout the whole book project, if nothing was interrupting it, we would have had it possibly published by now.
Yeah, well,
After writing down all of our after writing down the whole book, after the editing of the initial draft ideas.
we also wrote about the history of families and the world and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And we had that down, it's just we haven't finished the story.
no.
But we got all the history and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we have that there. Yep.
We got the world done. We just need to finish the story. The story is unfinished.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, it's like that medieval play that is gonna be put on this summer, right?
Yeah.
At stage door with Don there, and he told you to do some searching, and I thought of helping you doing a bit of writing ideas.
Yeah. No,
So,
what?
hmm?
While we did the research, um, I was started thinking back about the book and like maybe we can take some of those uh elements of like the clothing stuff like that and maybe add it into the book.
Well, yeah, that's what I had thought about when we were doing this research thing, right?
Yeah.
This initial book thing was that we would apply that to the research that you were asked to find, because Don had no idea of anything about it.
Yeah, well, he said, Ed, you know stuff. You know your history, as he has to do. Can you just do some research? I'm like, sure, I can do that.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So basically, I know that history pretty well.
Hmm. Yeah, I wish I knew more history like you, but I don't know, I guess, as much as you. Although I'm trying to learn a bit of it.
Well, that's why I'm here to educate you.
My dad too, in a way, when we watch some TV shows at night that involve a bit of history.
Yeah, it's very different from our modern day world to back then because back then the way you get your last names is basically your job.
Okay.
So basically, say example, if you're a baker,
Yeah.
if you make bread for a living, your name is Baker, your last name is Baker.
Oh, okay. So your first name is whatever it is, right?
Yeah,
And then the last name is the occupation you choose to work.
yeah.
That's weird. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Like my last name, Helly, is a actual Saxon old-fashioned name from medieval ages.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Yeah, it's a very old name.
Well, as you know, Elliot, with my last name being Orth, right? That's
Mhm.
a start name of some occupation places, right?
Yeah,
Like talking about orthotics
yeah.
and things like that. Or I'm not sure if orthopedic works, but I'm just making that up.
Yeah.
Anyway, you kind of get the idea of
Mhm.
ortho this, ortho that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really weird. Yeah, it's a German last name, but it's from my dad's side of the family.
Yeah, things were weird living back in the medieval ages.
Yeah.
Like the way you like show like your approval or your like house, like if you like send a letter,
Yeah.
you always have one of these, a seal. And
Oh, wow.
a,
Huh.
a seal, if you like put on a piece of paper, they say this is my symbol or something.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Like you use that and you use one of these, if you drop like the wax onto a letter or something and say,
Yeah.
this is my house. This is a business letter or something like that.
Yeah.
Like the business ones are usually red.
Hmm.
So each one has a different meaning.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really interesting. Huh.
And the cool thing about this thing, the
Yeah.
seal, yeah, ah, it can come off.
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
So you can switch the heads if you want to.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So if you want a different head, you can.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Never saw that before when I came to visit your house. I guess because I never did it. We never did medieval project before, and I wasn't very interested before. So
Yeah.
that's interesting, huh?
Yeah. So basically you do that and voila. Yeah, like I think back then style was way different than now.
Well, when we did that little research, we found that there was a bunch of what were we laughing at, Elliot? About
The
the fact that all the men had these weird attires and the women's was just a bit more fancy-ish and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Like even like the guys have weird design choices. The women have more fancier gowns and stuff like that. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing they kept the same in some centuries, but then changed around over time,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
But then with men's, it kept being almost the same throughout whatever century, right?
yeah.
Because they didn't have much to change from, and they wanted to be all fancy with these gears and swords or whatever it is.
There's actually doing like like never further to the 16th, 17th century. There's a sword that's also a gun.
Okay.
So basically, like you can like fight someone,
Yeah.
you can like shoot someone too with one
Hmm.
shot.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a thing called sword guns.
Yeah. We were looking at the 5th and 6th and 7th centuries and up to 14th century as well
Yeah,
for both men and women's fashion.
yeah,
And we were having a bit of a laugh at it because of how interesting it was. And
yeah.
and you're like, oh man, so much information about the guy's attire.
Like for the women, it's just like a paragraph. And for,
Long, yeah.
yeah, and for the guys, it's like a whole dictionary.
That was even funnier, yeah.
I'm like, am I supposed to like decipher this? But over the centuries, clothing changed over time.
Yeah,
Like in the 17th century, it kind of changed more for the guys.
yeah. Yeah, and I think we can try to apply, Elliot, some of that for when we resume back to the our book, right?
Yeah,
Because we can kind of make it not just about a scenario event, but like what they dressed as.
yeah, because we have more knowledge now about what
Yeah.
they like worn back then than we did 2 years ago.
Yeah. Back 2 years ago, there wasn't a medieval performance to do.
No, it's like um, what Wild West goes nowhere.
Yeah, it could have been called that title. Yeah.
Yeah, it went nowhere.
Yeah, it sure went nowhere.
Just nothing happened for that fight.
Yeah.
The Cowboys never left the saloon.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they're like, okay, let's just stay here for the rest of the 18th and 19th century. What?
Yeah.
And like, if explorers come in, they like see the saloon and there's cowboys. It's just a skeleton and like holding like poker chips in his hand. I said, "Geez, these guys are very good at poker." I guess not. Not I guess anymore. Maybe he was out of his game.
Oh no, not listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's funny. uh,
Yeah. But like back then, like in the medieval era, like people had so much superstitions over like around the 16th and 17th century, people used to do these witch hunts
oh,
because they believe like women cast curses or just people are suspicious. Joan of Arc,
no,
Joan of Arc, the famous knight in the Hundred Years' War.
I definitely don't remember him. No, or even maybe not have heard of him.
She.
Oh, her. Oops.
Wrong gender.
I didn't know.
She grew up as a peasant, and she heard a voice in her head. She said it's by God, and she thought she hated God, and her goal is to help the king of France to stop the English from invading.
Okay.
And long story short, basically, it was like back in her day, she was pretty well known, and she still is.
Mm.
But what happened to her was they believed she was a witch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. People back then just have weird superstitions about people.
That does not sound inclusive to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound very inclusive of anyone.
Yeah. Well.
Not not friendly to talk to, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. But her legacy still lives on.
Wow.
Because she's called Saint Joe now. She's the same.
Huh.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to talk about before we wrap up?
No, I think this was a very interesting history episode, and Elliot and I hope to get back to our book soon on this Zoom meeting type of stuff, because that seems to be the main way right now. Not just because of the pandemic, but we live in two different towns, so yeah, expensive to go by ferry back and forth. So
well, yeah. Plus, this is the easiest way for her to see me.
Yeah, that's right. It is. Yeah.
She doesn't send a messenger pigeon to my door. Is it come to the ferry to see me?
No, I don't send that. Thanks.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
What's that?
I'm joking.
Okay. I was kind of laughing because it was pretty funny anyway, regardless of joke or not.
Yeah, sometimes people don't get my humor.
Yeah. Well, so we'll see you guys next time for a really interesting performance recap of a performance Elliot did, another piece which wasn't really explored yet.
Yeah, well, it needs to be explored.
Yeah. Should be, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys.
All right,
Bye.
bye.